Dispatches Christmas credit crisis Monday at 9 on 4.
By 1922, Charles Edward had lost everything he valued. He had been stripped of his British and German titles, been branded a traitor peer, and was no longer welcome at Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle. Germany was in crisis, and fear of communism taking hold there was uppermost in Charles Edward's mind.
Russia is the key. If you want to understand why he turns so right-wing, you have to understand that he was terribly scared of this red threat.
The bloody 1917 Russian Revolution had shaken Charles Edward to the core. His cousin, Tsar Nicholas II, had been murdered with his family by the Bolsheviks.
What's that?
In Germany, a socialist uprising had robbed him of his titles and land. Chaos reigned, and for Charles Edward, the answer lay in extreme right-wing politics.
They were very much radicalized. The German aristocracy after the First World War had lost so much in status and money and power, so they turned to movements they wouldn't have looked at before.
Before the war, he's a kinder, gentler sort of leader. And you can see that the lot he throws himself in with after the war, they're a very nasty group of people, and he becomes complicit in some very violent, some very troublesome activities.
This is my papa. This is how we can Hitler. This will be Hitler. You won't go see him
One of
die.
the smallest but fastest growing
Popper
was
will
led
do
by the
this.
charismatic former
It'll be
armed
under him.
Adolf Hitler.
These
We'll do that.
right-wing organizations
So let's see
often
what
resorted
happens.
to murder, political murder,
Shoot.
and between 1918 and 1922, it's killed over 370 politicians. These were the people with whom Charles Edward was associated.
For Charles Edward, the right wing offered a return to order and strength, but at a price. Beneath the surface was lawlessness and menace. He knew he was in dangerous territory.
He writes to his sister, and he probably won't agree with my involvement in this group, so he knows that she thinks it's absolute madness.
His right-wing militancy stood against everything Princess Alice believed in. While he was unwelcome in England, she could go to Germany, and in 1922 took their elderly mother to visit him. It was a bittersweet reunion. Only days after arriving, their mother died suddenly.
He was in a very emotional state of mind as he returned to Coburg. We can speculate psychologically, perhaps he felt somewhat liberated that his mother, that this English princess was now gone, and that he was now truly his own man.
But not for long. 3 weeks after his mother's death, Hitler came to Coburg for the first time. Until 1922, German National Day had been a peaceful event where rival left and right-wing political parties held their rallies.